Hello you all. As you can see, I'm still in my 30 days marathon, April 2016, and today I did a look from the 20s. Hello my cutest of all cutinesses, as I always say. Well, I am taking you back to the 20s today. As you know, I am in my 30 days marathon, and in that I'm building in a jump of 20 years. And so I'm gonna do the 20s, I'm gonna do the 40s, I'm gonna do the 60s, the 80s, around the 2000s, and about now. Now for this look, I'm gonna put this ribbon a little bit higher to apply my concealer and my foundation. And for foundation, I have been mixing a bunch of concealer, moisturizing cream, foundation, and I've added concealer and some lighter concealer. So I made an own color because I want to have my skin pale, as they had the most flawless, beautiful pale skins. First of all, I'm using Baby Skin Instant Fatigue Blur Cool Rose, because back then also everything had rose undertones. And this is a very good primer. I must say I'm very happy with it. I love it, I like it. I'm not gonna do the whole neck part and body as we are used to do now. I'm trying to be as accurate as possible. Got a little itch there. Okay, so I am going to use this before it dries. I am applying this with a brush, as they didn't have any beauty blenders and things that we have now. And I'm gonna just paint my face with this homemade foundation. As they didn't use separate concealer and all that stuff, like, it was a total different way to apply makeup, and their eyes were especially round. As I will be using my eye makeup, you'll see that it's very dark, very deep, almost like you would now use for a gothic look. But that was fashion back then. I'm only gonna do a little bit of my neck. But you were supposed to look almost like a porcelain doll. Perfect. But a doll without cracks in the porcelain. So perfectly applied as possible. You had to look so great and so perfect. And now, thirsty too. Empty too. Okay, here I am with the foundation all over, and as you can see, it's very smooth, very, you would say flawless, but I don't think it's flawless. I'm gonna try to set it with fixing powder, but instead of using a colored powder, I just want to use this. I think that must be about the skin tone and look they would have had back then. Now let's see I think I'm placing it not in the perfect spot, but okay, who cares about that little band? I'm now going for the brows. Their eyebrows were very thin. They started very far in. They almost did not create an arch, and they brought them out much further than a normal brow would be. So you started going up and then bring it down. It was all about round and almost sad looking in those days. So it was not like now. We tried to make it as natural as we can. Back then, they did the opposite. As thin as possible. They started out a little bit thicker, but just a bit. And then they went to a very thin brow, as you can see. And no real arch, but they started very far in and ended very far out. Now what they did was take a black liquid liner, take a cream, take a flat applying brush and start under the eye. Do not make a wing, but go completely around your eye. And then start painting your entire lid black. And focus mostly to the inner corner. So work up that black as you go. Start off along the lash line with a very, very deep, darkest black and work it up. But it has to go pretty fast because this dries up very, very easily unless you apply some olive oil to your product. Now you could go a little bit further out than your eye, but not with a wing or anything. It's all supposed to go to the inner corner and even to that brow. So actually build up a line from the corner of your eye straight in the direction of where you started the brow, and do not go too far out, but with liquid eyeliner. It's the first time that I do this, and I must say it's tough because it dries really, really fast. You gotta work very fast, and this is so weird to make this shape. Here that smudger place doesn't matter at all as long as the lid is completely covered with black. The whole moving part of your eye has to be very, very black. Then it's about taking a brow powder or taking a contouring kit. I'm gonna take this sculpting brown and a blending brush, and with this blending brush and this sculpting powder I'm gonna tap and I'm gonna start blending that on the edge of that black and try to mix it together. So you really have to be fast because the black is almost completely dried now. So you still are, by rubbing very firmly, working that black and brown together. And in the outer corner it's blending on top of the black, but on the inner corner you go up to the brow. So with a circular motion you combine the black and the brown up to your brow. This black is almost completely dried in the meantime, but thanks to the warmth of my skin it's still a bit movable. So this is serious blending work and very deep and dark. The eyes were pools of darkness. Well, they were mostly dancing and singing and laughing, and still they had this very dark, almost gothic look. Now to work this off further, I'm gonna take this lighter color, and as you know my trick to clean my brush, take this lighter color and blend over the same spots, but to mix this outer corner in almost a straight line across your eyelid to the inner corner. So the lower outer corner to the inner corner of the brow with a lighter tone. And if you smudge a little bit around it, it's no problem, because it was all about being blended and smudged out and no harsh lines. So with a very small brush I am going to smudge out this lower line, and if you want to you can make this warm by putting your warm breath on that brush, which will make the liner melt a bit, and you can smudge it in a round motion, a round shape. To really get that round but still smudged smoky eye. Then take the same color that I used on top. I'm gonna use this to blend the lower lid too. The inner corner. Now, as you can see, this is not all perfect, and they didn't work everything off with concealer like we normally do now. So with a dry tissue, I'm just gonna go gently pushing actually the too much coloration back in, As you can see, this is a beautiful line and this is way too much, so I'm pushing it back so that you still keep the same look, but it's really pushed back into place. So this was actually their eye look. Now, as they also had some pink undertones in the products they used on their faces, they also loved a pink blush. So I here have a nice pink blush. So on the apples of my cheek, I'm applying just there, nicely pinkish, peachy color. And cleaning off my blending brush a little bit again, I'm going in that same blush and the parts that have not been really blended with dark, and over the dark edges I am applying blush. Instead of using white or skin tone or whatever, I am blending in a little bit of pink, a little bit of the blush. And as you see, this gives a very cute matching look. They did not use the normal highlighters as we now do, but I would like to apply a little bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna take my makeup set from Max & More, as I know there must be a tone in there that I can gently, very gently dab and sweep over my face to give me just a touch of glow without using highlighter. It also makes me much more flawlessly looking. Now, if they had lash curlers or not, I don't know, but I do know they had mascara. And they loved mascara. They loved very visible mascara. So I'm applying that now too. And for my lower lashes, I am still in love with the telescopic mascara and especially the wand from L'Oreal. But for my upper lashes, I am using a different one because it's more black, deeper, darker toned. I'm gonna take Full Impact Big Bold from NYC and applying that to my top lashes, which gives them very, very black but beautifully divided, beautiful separated lashes. Which gives that very sexy but sad looking puppy eyes. And that would go away, I think, if you overdo with falsies. This is the puppy look I'm going for. This is the eye look and the face as I want it to be. Now they did use very, very bright colors, very vibrant lips, so I am going to take a lip stain, and they exaggerated their Cupid's bow, and I'm gonna start by lining my lips on the top, only the arches of my Cupid's bow. Really exaggerate them. Then drag the sides down, but not to the corner of my mouth. Just like this. The lower lip was in the middle, the normal size of your lip. But then you had to line it towards the top lip. Where you had that end. You had to let the lower one end at the same place, of course. Like that. So you overdraw them on the top with a huge Cupid's bow. Stays very natural. So far, the lips. Now I must say, this is it. The only thing you can do is apply a second coat of mascara. And then you have that beautiful 20s look. All you had to do is add a lot of pearls. You could wear your long gloves again. These gloves are really used for so many purposes. Today I did a look from the 20s. I must say I adore this look. This I could wear all day and for any occasion right now in these days too. The lips are very rounded. Also the eyes, everything is round. You don't have a very much of a wing. You don't have any special effect stuff. The only thing they had was very dark on the inner corner of the eye and lighter smudged out to the outer corner. The brows were very thin and almost no arch, more rounded and dragged very low. The style back then were the layered or the car wash dresses, as we call it, because if you turn around all that ribbons followed you. But the gloves were all in back then too. The very long cigarette holders, which I now fake. But pearls, colors, sizes, anything, it didn't matter. Mostly they were worn double, one in the neck and one down. I had beads enough, so I also made me a thicker one so I can wear them like this. So I have 3 layers. with 2 necklaces, or I can let this one be very long so you can twirl with it. That's what they used to do, lots and lots. They made their look very puppy-eyed, very droopy, very sadly looking. If you look at the face like this, normal, you would say that's very sad, but they were very, very about dancing and cocktails and cigarettes and stuff. This is an evening look, a party look actually, a cocktail event look. But I think I look ready for a red carpet instead of a party in the 20s. But yeah, I couldn't leave my new hat unshown. Normally I would only have used just this lace part, which is actually a mask, but I couldn't, I had to show you my new hat. I couldn't stop from showing you necklaces I made about 5 minutes before I started filming, so I'm blabbering all around. I keep on blabbering. This is my first part, 1920s look, for my 20 years jump that I'm gonna make in my makeup looks. But for this look, I just want to show you how pretty it is. I hope you loved watching my video. I hope you will subscribe if you aren't subscribed yet. I hope you will. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Please comment down below, because I want to know what you think, what you want to see next. I really want to know what you like and what you think of my looks and videos and tricks and tips and this and that and whatever. And I hope I will see you next time, maybe even tomorrow. Anyway, in one of my next videos. My love for makeup spread all over for you. Thanks again for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.